The Career Trail. Your success journey begins here.
Last week, we introduced the fourth episode of The Career Trail, diving into the early life of the CEO of All My Hair, Mami Gyamfua Yeboah.
My director got me a job at the state protocol. Just before I could start work at the state protocol, I found out that I was pregnant.
Stay glued to your set as we explore the second part of the interview, which focuses on her journey as an entrepreneur.
I couldn't take the job because I wanted to have my child in the States, and so I had to travel out. Yes.
Okay. So at what point did you return to your homeland?
Yes, so I returned when she was about 4 months. 4 months, yes. This was in 2016. July, August 2016 is when I returned back home.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so now we have seen the career path. Now we can talk about the bigger question. When did your business start? All My Hair.
All My Hair started just when I finished university. I ended up being popular. And so then Instagram had just started.
Okay.
And so it wasn't that popular, but those of us who got a hand of it quite early were the ones that people were following a lot. We had a lot of following. And so I had a friend who was also very creative, and then everybody started wearing Brazilian hair, and then we couldn't afford it because we were in college. And so we went to Accra, Mokola to buy some synthetic hair, Noble. They had this type.
Okay.
And so we bought it. She fixed mine for me, and I fixed hers for her. And then it just looked flat. And so we got some hair products. We put it in it, we brushed it out, and then it looked really nice. And I remember going to school on Monday, and everybody's asking, wow, you girls have money. How are you able to afford Brazilian hair? And I'm like, our parents bought it for us. It's Brazilian hair. Don't touch my Brazilian hair. But it wasn't. It was synthetic hair. And so, I mean, that's how it started. People were very much interested. So every time we would go to the market trying to look for unique hair pieces that wasn't really out there, and then we would change it to make it look nice, and then would take pictures and post on Instagram. And so my breakthrough happened when a hair company in the UK, Virgin Teas, they sent me an email to be their brand ambassador.
That was after university?
No, I was still in university. This was around 2014, 2015.
Okay.
And so that's how it started. I accepted the offer. I was to get 10% commission on every hair purchase. And their hair was quite expensive. At that time, a full wig was about £500 because they were in the UK. And I found people buying, because when they sent me the price list, I was like, nobody is going to buy hair for that price in Ghana. But surprisingly, a lot of people did, and I think it was also because of how I styled the hair, because they would send me hair once every 3 months, and I was meant to change the hair. This 3-month period, the hair is meant to look different. So sometimes I'll color it, I'll turn it back to black, I'll straighten it, I'll curl it. It always looks different, and I have to make 4 posts in a week. This was a lot of work for me, but I had the passion for it. And my first purchase, I got, the lady's hair was about £700, and I got 10% off of that, which was £70. I mean, converted to C's, then it was a lot of money for me. And so I think that was where my motivation also came from. So I was putting in a lot of work. Sometimes every day I was posting on Instagram, tagging them. They were happy with my service. They kept sending hair. And then we went through it for, my contract was for 6 months. They extended it to 1 year. And so after the first year, they wanted to renew the contract. And then me being business minded, I'm like, no, I think I put in a lot of work for this company, and I think you've gained grounds in Africa, because they also had brand ambassadors in Nigeria and South Africa, and they had become quite popular, especially in Ghana. And so I thought it was time to part ways and also start doing my own. And the lady was quite she was open-minded, she was okay with it, and so that's how the journey with them ended.
Okay.
And then I decided to start my own business. Yes. That's how it started.
Okay, so your business started even at the university?
Yes, in university. 2015, I was still in uni.
Wow. What are some of the challenges you faced when starting the business? Even before starting the business?
Before starting the business, I'd say that there were a lot of mistakes that I made.
Okay.
Because I didn't know much about the hair industry. I didn't know much about hair. All I knew was I knew how to make hair look good. And so even if the hair is bad, mind you, my first hair purchase was a synthetic hair that I made look good. And so my first hair purchase was in Nigeria. I traveled to Nigeria to go get the hairs. And the hairs I bought wasn't great. But because it was expensive, I thought it was good quality. And so this was money that I had saved from all the commissions I had gained over the year from the brand ambassadorial deal. And so I had about, how much? I think it was about $6,000 or $4,000 I took to Nigeria. And then my cousin was also into the hair business, so she introduced me to her suppliers.
Okay.
I bought the hairs, came back to Ghana. Like I said, no business experience, and so I used half of the hair to make wigs and then put it on models to do a photo shoot. And so by the time we finished with the photo shoots, video shoots, I lost some of the hairs. By the time I was ready to sell, I didn't have any hair to sell. And so that was one of the major challenges, because I didn't know how to manage and how to go about things. I just thought doing the photo shoot was the most important thing, and I used all the hairs for the photo shoot. And so I would say from that I could only sell not much. I think I made just like $1,000 from that, my first sale. And so that was one of the challenges that I faced. Another challenge I faced was setting up a website. I trusted people. I gave them money to set up a website for me. I never got the website till today. I also made mistakes of thinking that my friends were going to patronize me because, I mean, they are my friends. But they don't do that. Friends don't patronize you until you have made it. And so yeah, those are some of the challenges that I faced. Yeah.
But now I hope friends are purchasing.
Of course. I have very supportive friends. I'll say my brand is where it is because of the friends that are around me. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now we can talk about the after challenges. So we spoke about the before challenges when you set up the business. So let's talk about now you setting up the business. What are some of the challenges you faced?
One of my key challenges will be the exchange rate. Yes, because as you're well aware, most of the things, the products and the hairs we use are imported. And so we have to send money overseas, because I source my hair from Vietnam, Cambodia, and then the Philippines. Okay. Yes, and you have to transfer money to them. First of all, Bank of Ghana has so many rules and regulations now. You have to, it takes a lot to send money. The transfer charges are a lot. And you have to take care of their transfer charges as well. So we have to input all that into our cost. We're talking duty. When the hair comes in, customs are charging a percentage of each bundle. That also affects the cost of price. We're talking about shipping. DHL charges a lot for that. And then you have to convert everything into cedis now, because mind you, you have bought dollars, because we're taking cedis here, but we have to buy dollars to be able to transfer the money, and all these transfers are in dollars. All these charges are in dollars. And then we're talking of rent. Unfortunately, in Ghana, people take rent in dollars. I pay in dollars. I pay rent in dollars, but I charge in cedis. And we all know how the dollar rate is right now, and it's not even stable. And so imagine, I mean, Ghana, nobody takes monthly rent. They take it 2 years, 1 year. So imagine you paying, I'll give you an instance. Last year, when I opened the salon, I paid $700 for one shop. I have three shops for one. When my rent has expired, it had been increased over 100%. And the dollar rate, at the time, the dollar rate was 6.2. Now the dollar rate is 13.2.
Wow.
And then there's been an increment in rent. And so just think about all these things. These are a lot of challenges that businesses are facing. And so it's only by the grace of God that we are keeping the business afloat. And so yeah, these are some of the minor challenges that I'm facing. And then also comes the legal I'd say legal and taxes. Also there, you have to pay taxes, you have to pay SNIS for your workers. The government is taking a 21% flat rate and then 4% standard rates for your services and then your products. And so yeah, there's a lot of challenges, but
these are the major ones.
Major ones, right.
So if someone is watching us and the person also knows how to make hair, or the person is a young person and wants to become like you, you mentioned about getting a store, even the rent is very expensive. The person has the passion but doesn't have money to pay for rent. What advice can you give to such a person in terms of starting the business?
The advice I'll give is to gain education in business management. Yes, no matter what you do, you have to be able to know the basic things of business, entrepreneurship, marketing, being a strategic person, and then you also have to be able to gain experience. And so you might be in school, but then you can take, because I have a worker who is in school.
Okay.
So he does weekend schooling. So Monday to Friday he's here. And so even after school, if he wants to go full into hair, he's gained experience in the hair management, floor management, dealing with clients, dealing with colleagues, inventory management, stock management, and yes, he's gained that experience. And so that will help shape his career and his business if he decides to go strictly into business right now. And that is something that I lacked when I started. I started because I had no experience in that. And yes, I'd also say, what was the other question again?
So the other question was when you don't have money to
money,
rent a shop like you
yes.
have. Yeah.
One thing that I would say is it took me over 4 years to open my salon. Yes. In as much as I was popular, I didn't think that it was necessary to get a shop yet, because like I said, now my business is standing, and so I'm able to afford all these things. But if you're starting out, that's another mistake a lot of people make. I've seen a lot of people open up salons and then they close down in a year. It's not because they're not good at their job, but because these bills are weighing them down and they don't have that much experience and money, financial management, how to manage their money. And so all these things drag them, because they're not thinking, apart from rent, they are not thinking of electricity bills, they're not thinking of products, they're not thinking of paying salary. There's a lot that goes into it. Okay. And so I wouldn't advise anybody starting a business unless you come from a rich home or you have a lot of money saved somewhere that you can afford to open a space. Okay. And you have the experience. But if not, it is not advisable to open rent a place, especially in prime areas like East Legon, Laboni, Cantonment, Jowulu, Airport. No, because those places charge in dollars, and you're not going to make it. Your business is you're just going to keep investing, and then when you can't do it anymore, what do? You shut down the business, and you start to think that you're a failure. But no, it's just things that you didn't know that you could have known. And so you can start online right now. There's social media. God bless social media. You can do everything on social media. There's so many businesses online that doesn't need a physical shop. You can do everything on social media. Just be great at what you're doing. Learn how to market on social media, and then you can push. It's unfortunate that Ghana is still developing, but in places like America, there are people who are living in the comforts of their bedroom and they own big businesses, but they don't have a physical shop. They're just doing drop shipping. Once you order, they send your details to the supplier. The supplier does everything in China and then sends it to you. Then they take their money.
Okay.
Yes, and this is all because of social media. And so one of my aspirations or dreams is to bring that thing here, where we have factories here in Ghana that young people who want to get into the business don't have to do too much. They don't need a lump sum of money to buy stock. They could just order from the supplier, and the supplier does everything, including their labeling and packaging and everything, and sends it to their clients.
Okay.
So yes.
All right. So since you are talking about social media, you have the numbers already.
Yeah.
Someone has started a business, like you said, online business. But there are many cases where you find someone working online but isn't getting the numbers he or she is expected to have. So she posts something, the product is beautiful, the hair is nice, but you go and check 1 like, but a lot of views. Is it that the marketing strategy is wrong, or we are not getting it right?
The marketing strategy is definitely wrong, and sometimes it's the content that you put out. I visit a lot of pages and I see that you're selling hair or you're selling a dress and it's heavily filtered. They use some filters that has the sparkling lights, and sometimes they use a filter that has the orange glow to it, and they can't see it. And one thing I've learned about especially Instagram algorithm is that they push content that is clear, so if your content is not clear, if your product doesn't look good, no one is going to see it, no one will be interested in it. And we fail to realize that we're in the social media era. There are social media influencers, there are celebrities that you can use. Those people push brands more than anybody. All My Hair is where it is because of my sister, and because she's famous, she's popular, and she sells. She's a brand that sells. Everybody that comes to me, I tell them, go to my sister, because everything my sister wears, people want it. So if you want to sell something, go to her. You need to find that somebody on social media that is willing to help you. There are people somebody like me, like I told you, I am very well passionate about women empowerment and helping people. My workers will tell you, even my cleaner, I want you to do something. I ask you, do you want to learn how to do hair? What do you want to do? So if you come to me and say, I've been to summits, beauty forums where I've seen people, I've given them money, do this, start a business, or they tell me they want to get into the hair. I pay for them to get a training. I pay for them to, some of them show me, I have a small shop, I just need a chair, I just need a pedicure ball, I give them the money to it. I just need you to post this for me, I post it for them. There are also people, you don't have to have all the money, because some of them will charge you. But there are also some that will be willing to do it for you if you push. Don't come to them like it's an obligation. They're obligated to do it because they're a celebrity. You have to do it for me, or because I need it, or I'm in dire need of it. You have to do it for me. No, you have to keep pushing. You have to beg, because beg like your life depends on it. That is something that the young people, I'm sorry, don't have these days. They feel very entitled, and you cannot feel entitled when you need something from somebody. And so yes, let's use social media influencers, use these celebrities, beg them, go in their DM, send them your job. Sometimes your job also speaks for you, and you have to invest in yourself. Instead of trying to get a shop, you have to invest, pay for courses. I just traveled, you tried to interview me. I didn't go to enjoy, I just went to go and train myself more, because being in business is more about investing in yourself. You don't just end when you feel like the business is set up. There are new hair trends. Every now and then there are trends that are coming up. You have to be able to train your workers, train yourself to be able to get or do what people are doing, people in the Western world are doing. Because now Ghana is like the home for everybody in December. And they come here, you have to be able to do the things they are doing there. And so yes, instead of so many things that are not necessary, you can also invest in your craft. Sometimes your craft alone will sell itself. A celebrity will see your work and come to you even and tell you, I want you to do my hair for me, I want you to do my makeup for me, I want you to make this dress for me, because you have put in work. Your work is looking good. They want it. But sometimes these celebrities also won't mind you, because you send them, they've seen your page. The message you send them, they've seen it. They've gone into their DM, they've seen it.
To that. Yes. How often do you check your DM?
Oh, I do. I won't lie, I do. Most times I check my DM. And if it's appealing to me, if I feel like there's potential, yes, I would accept to do it. But sometimes some of these work, like I've said, your page doesn't look appealing, your work doesn't look appealing, the finishing is not good. Nobody wants to be associated with that. It is, I don't have time to come in. Maybe I have time, but the celebrities don't have time to come and be correcting you, because that's not their field.
But don't you think sometimes most of these celebrities, or most celebrities like yourself, they are so...
I'm a celebrity?
Of course you are. So most celebrities actually sees the message, and they are actually good message, but they just ignore.
I can only speak for myself,
okay,
or my sister, or my friends.
Okay.
I can speak for everybody.
Everyone.
But like I said, whatever you send has to be appealing. You know, somebody like Nanaba, she's a very, very helpful person. Everybody knows that Nanaba does things, but she's an open-hearted person. And so because of that, a lot of people are in her DMs. And so what will make you stand out is what will catch her eye. That's what I'm saying. There's no way that whatever you send to her is appealing. It will catch her eye that she will ignore. Most of the people that she helps is through her DMs. And so you can't say that they see it and it's good and then they ignore it. So far as your work is good, they would answer you. The only thing that will stop them from coming to you is maybe you had a conversation and then you want to charge them. Some of them wouldn't want to pay for the service, and that's okay. You have to be able to believe in their brand. Like I said, there are some people that sells, and so if you're doing it for them for free, that's okay, because once they post you, or even you post them, it's like magic. You just start getting work, and then you realize that this person coming into my business has actually brought something good to me. Yes.
Okay. All right. So thanks for that information.
Right.
All right. So let's talk about the nature of the business when you started, because you said that you weren't owning a shop. So
Yes.
at what point did you get a shop to even have the number of employees I came to meet today?
Okay. So when I started, after my child, I came back, I had to re-strategize because I couldn't work in the, I couldn't be a civil servant anymore. I couldn't do a 9 to 5 because I had a newborn baby. But one thing I'm grateful for is my mom. I always seek help, you know, because I had realized that I had gotten to a point in life where I needed to do something for myself. I wanted to create change for myself and my daughter, because I had brought someone else into the world that needed me, depended on me.
Okay.
And so I asked my mom for help, and then I traveled to China for the first time, and then I went to get some hairs. I brought it in. Then also, whilst pregnant in America, I realized that, okay, I'll take you back again.
Take me back.
Let me take you back. When I started selling the hair, that's when wigs started coming in. People wanted wigs, and so there's a salon where we used to do our hair. So we take the hairs there and then make the wigs for them. There was this particular hairstyle we did for Motola. We had a gig with Glitz magazine, and so we did this hair for Motola. Beautiful. Everybody loved it. The hair blew up, and then it was a wig, and so we had taken it to a salon, you know, to make the wig. And so we had so many orders, and so every time we'll take them about 20 orders in one, they'll make it, we pick it up, we distribute. And then I had to got pregnant, I had to travel. And so what we realized is that the salon owner had gone to the market to get a cheaper version of the hair.
Okay.
And then started making the hair on the side as well and selling it. And so before we realized, and then hair workers also had seen the hair. They also went to the market buying it and said, before we realized, it was all over. And then obviously theirs was cheaper because it was cheap hair. And so people stopped buying our hair, that particular one, and started buying from them. And it was all over social media. Even in Nigeria, people were selling the hair. And then the business just collapsed. Because the mistake we also made was that because that one was selling, we put all our focus on that. We put all our sources, our money, everything in that, because the orders was just too much, and it was all over Nigeria, Angola, South Africa, London, New York, you know. Sometimes they'll send it to me, then I'll go and be dropping it. And so from then I realized that no, I have to learn how to do the wigs myself, because I didn't know how to make the wigs.
Okay.
And so whilst pregnant there, like I said, I started training myself. I went into a beauty school over there to train myself. So by the time I came back, I could also make wigs and style wigs. So when I came back from China, it was a go mood for me. I was working 24/7, and I couldn't say no to clients because I had the urge. I didn't want to fail, you know, because when I had my daughter, I was only 23 years old, and I thought I had failed because I didn't want to have a child out of wedlock. And I was very happy that I had gotten into state protocol. It was like a career. My career was just about to go up. And so when it happened, I felt like everything had come to an end. I was no longer beautiful. Nobody's going to look at me. You're a born one, you know. And so I just started pushing myself. I was pushing myself. I was working all the time. I couldn't say no to clients. Sometimes clients will lie to you and tell you, I'm traveling tomorrow, I need my hair tomorrow. Then you would not sleep. I wouldn't sleep. I'll do the client's hair, and then they wouldn't show up. They won't come and pick up the hair until like a week later. And so yeah, I was working by myself for a very long time until I got sick. I started having anxiety issues. I got anxiety disorder from it because I was always on edge to work. I couldn't sleep. And so I got the diagnosis, and then I realized I needed to cool down. That is when I decided to hire somebody to, you know, help me, because I also didn't trust people to do it like I do. That was another problem that I later learned in life, that you have to have help because you can't do it all by yourself. So I was making the wigs, I was answering phone calls, I was sending orders to DHL, I was doing everything by myself. And doing that also sort of gave my business a bad reputation, because most times I'm tired, I'm stressed, and then someone will call, then I won't be pleasant on the phone. You see, all those things, and people will say, oh, my hair, they are rude. They don't know how to talk to clients. Oh, don't call them, they are rude. All these things, it took a long time for me to understand that no, I can't do everything by myself. I need to hire people and then train them, even if they're not as good as I am, train them to be how I want them to be. And so yes, I started making all these corrections. I hired a receptionist. Even though I was home, I hired someone to take care of the phone calls, the messages, and then things started getting better. I also hired somebody else to start making the wigs with me. So they make the wig, I style, I trained them, I trained her, and then I realized that it was going up. So I hired 2 more people, and then that's how it started. We're still working from home. There was a room in my house that I had transformed it into a salon. I even had a logo with the LED lights and flowers just like this, but it was pink in a room. Until we're working there, I was receiving clients there, until one day I thought it was okay, I didn't need a shop. And one day a client came in. She wanted a hair. She came in the morning. She wanted hair the same day. And me being me, I said okay, because my workers are like, no, madam, there's a lot of work, we can't do it. I'm like, no, you don't say no to money, so let's take the order. The clients paid. The hair was, let's just say the hair was like 2,000 cedis. She paid like 100 cedis and said she was gonna pay the balance when she comes back. When she got back, we started making the hair. 2 hours later, she messages that she doesn't want the hair. She changed the whole style. So they came to me, and I told them, no, tell her we can't do it because it's too late. You made an order, we started the hair, you changed it. Then she says, well, my hair better be ready before I get there, else you guys will see. And then I'm like, okay. I thought she was joking. She came around 4 p.m. and then she started screaming down the house, you people don't know customer service, you're stupid, all the bad words. And I'm like, madam, you don't do that. You don't order hair within hours and then change it and then come back and expect the hair to be ready. she was insulting me, all kind of vulgar words she was saying. She started even throwing things. That's when I realized, no, I can't have people come to my house, because then my daughter was upstairs having classes, and it was a terrible experience for me. And so since then I decided, no, I have to get a shop.
How has the journey been?
The good sides I have encountered in this business is connection, networking. Through this business, I've been able to connect to powerful women, powerful people. We've styled first ladies, second ladies, ministers of state, secretaries to the president. Yeah, very powerful women. And I have learned a lot from them. Sometimes when you go there to do their hair, they're asking you questions just like you're asking me. You're telling them, and they're giving you business advice. You know, these women are intelligent women, and they throw gems. Sometimes we're just casually chatting, but then they'll throw some gems to you that will change your life. And so yeah, one of my great encounters is just connection, being able to point out that, yeah, I've done this lady's hair before, I do this lady's hair, or this lady has my number, she can call me and I'll send a stylist over. And yeah, it takes you to places that you'd only dream of being. And you know, growing up, people didn't respect hairstylists. They always thought that hairstylists were the people who were the illiterates who couldn't make it to school. And now everything is different. I mean, now I have interns that are in beauty school.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's it's a proper school that they're doing internship. They have forms that they feel, you know, they are educated, and it's something I also want to venture into, and to empower more people to go, creative people, to be able to learn. Just like now they have football academies. It's not just the bush people who are playing football now. Footballers they speak good English because they are learning. And so yeah, I mean, it's very inspiring.
Okay, but would you attribute your brand visibility to your sister?
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
100%. My sister is one of the reasons why my brand is where it is. Like I said, because she pushes the brand, and it takes a lot. It doesn't only take a popular person to push the brand. You have to be able to live up to the name.
Okay.
Yes, because you might be popular, but what if people come and they're not satisfied with the service? They don't come back, and then your name is, you don't have a good name out there. Nobody will come back to your salon. And so you might think that, oh, it's because of her sister. Yes, it's because of my sister, but we're also putting in work, because when you come to Oh My Hair, it's like a prestigious brand. People,
it's not like it is.
It is. Thank you for the correction. It is a prestigious brand. People want to be associated with it, not because of how popular the brand is, but because we put in the work. The service is money for your value, or value for your money, value for money. Yeah. And so yeah, we're putting in the work, and one day I hope you do come by and then get a service.
Wow, I'll come.
Yes,
I will.
I will be expecting you.
We want to take a break, but I want to ask this important question because you mentioned in your interview. You know, your mother was very strict, and then you gave birth out of wedlock. And how did she feel? And also, what advice can you give to parents out there who always throw their kids on the street just because they came home with a pregnancy?
My mom was very supportive, surprisingly. Like I said, when I got pregnant, it was a shock to me. I was not happy, and I was thinking of the worst.
Okay.
But my mom was eavesdropping on my mom being the typical African woman. You don't lock your door. She just barges into the room. And so she just heard my sister and I talking, and then she was eavesdropping, then she barged into the room and said, "Hey, you're pregnant." Then I started crying, and she said, "No, don't cry. You're gonna have the baby." I said, "No, I'm not. I'm only 22. I can't have a baby." Then she said, "Yes, you will." The moment you decide to do what will make you get pregnant, that means you're ready to have a child, and so you will have a child. And my mother didn't leave my side until I traveled out of the country. She was there for me. I went through my whole first and second trimester with her. On the way, she was very helpful doing everything that I needed, made sure it was quite an easy one for me. And so I'd say to parents that it's actually very bad to throw your child out when they come home with pregnancy, because in as much as that's not what you want, bringing a child into the world is the biggest blessing that you could ever have. I always say this, my daughter is the biggest blessing that I've had in my life. She's brought so many good things to me, and I'm so grateful to my mom for pushing me to keep her. And so you never know who this child, I know we hear this all the time, that you never know who this child will grow up to be, but really and truly I look at my daughter and I'm so proud of myself for having her and taking good care of her, because sometimes children really are blessings. They come into your life and change everything. They change your way of life, your perception of life, the way you think, even your goals in life change, because you want to be a better person that this child will be proud of. And so let's do all we can to protect our children, but once the mistake happens, it's a blessing. Just be there, let's support them as much as we can.
Okay. All right, so I can't do the questioning alone. When I said you were a celebrity, you were like, am I? Of course you are, because I have 3 questions for you from your fans. These are students, so you take a quick breather, then I ask you those questions.
All right.
So you're still watching the Career Trail on JoyNews and Joy Learning TV. We shall take a quick breather and we'll be right back.
The Career Trail, your success journey begins here.
Welcome back from that break. We are still speaking to Mami Gyamfua Yeboah, the CEO of Oh My Hair, and she has said a lot. In fact, I have learned a lot, and I believe if you just tune in to watch this conversation, you have selected the right channel. If you missed out on any of the conversation, you can go to our YouTube channel at Joy Learning TV and watch the full interview. So this is the second part of the conversation or the program where I get to ask her 3 questions from her fans. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay. So let's take a look at the first question.
My name is Betty Sichope Agosu, a level 400 student of the University of Ghana. And I would like to ask you, if you could go back in time, what would you have changed?
I think I'm very happy with my life.
Okay.
But what I would have changed would be maybe to go to have I'll say pursue my education more. I would have loved to have done a PhD by now, because like I said, we learn every day. We no matter what business you are in, you continue to learn every now and then. There are new things coming up. You have to be able to know a lot of things. There are lots of courses that you can do. And so that's the only thing I believe I'll change. Yeah, I shouldn't have stopped after university, but I'm still going to go back to school.
Okay.
But yeah, I shouldn't have stopped. I should have continued. So I would have continued, done my master's, or gotten a second degree, done my master's, a PhD maybe. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's take a look at the second question.
I'm Najat. I'm a level 400 student studying geography and linguistics. And my question is, what has been the worst comments about yourself and how did you handle it?
Do you hear negative comments about yourself?
Yeah, all the time. All the time, but I don't dwell on them. But
What are some of the things you hear?
I wouldn't say that the personal ones
Okay.
about my business. They have said that the hairs that we wear are not the same as what we give to clients. And I mean, I was spoken to a lot of other hair vendors, my colleagues in the industry, and they also seem to say the same thing about them. So I've come to realize that people just don't take care of their hair well, like I would. Most importantly, because this is what I do, and this is my brand. You sell your brand. I'm a walking billboard of my brand.
Okay.
And so there's no way you see me and my hair is messed up. You would never catch me with bad hair, even in my sleep. And so you might buy the same hair as me, but if you don't take good care of it like I do, because before I put on my hair, I know I have to brush it. If it needs straightening, I know I have to straighten it. If it needs to be curled, I'll curl it. Even before I do the video that you've seen, there's a lot that has gone into it before you see that video. And so it is okay for people to think that, but anyone that has come to me personally to tell them that, I'll tell them, bring the hair, let's style it on you. We style it on them and they're like, oh yeah, it does look the same. And so we just need to educate people more. That's just something that I have come to realize, and I've tried to train my workers to, educate them when they buy the hair, that the hair doesn't just style itself. Okay. If you want it to look good, you have to maintain it, because it's just like having your natural hair. If you don't treat your natural hair well, when you wake up in the morning and you don't put it in the hair, we don't wrap it and put it in the hair bonnet. By the time you wake up in the morning, it's all messed up. Whose fault is it? It's not God's fault. You didn't take care of your hair. And so yeah, I think that is what I would like to address about the negative comments. Okay,
but let me give a follow-up to that before I take the third question. Are your hair targeted towards a particular group, like the elite? Looking at how expensive, or why is it so expensive?
How do you know my hair is expensive?
Because I see them on social media, and you always go online to check for people who are into hair. Yeah. The moment you mention, oh, my hair, a friend will just go like, ube tomato.
That is just a stereotype. I have heard it
so many times.
Even times.
Today you've heard it from me.
Yes, I hear it all the time, but good hair is expensive, raw hair is expensive, and we only sell raw hair, premium hair. And before COVID, I used to go to Vietnam 3 times a year, and I traveled all the way to Vietnam. That's about 19 hours. And then even after getting to the city, we drive about 4 hours to the village to buy hair from human beings. So put in a ponytail and cut it. Then we bring it to the factory and weft it. All these things cost money. And so when people say, oh, my hair is expensive, it's because they don't value the quality of hair. They're used to buying the cheap hair. Cheap hair is cheap hair. Nothing goes into it. It's a mixture of all kinds of hair, horse hair, and maybe just a few strands of human hair. So that's cheap. That everyone can afford it. But we have created a niche for ourselves where we only provide luxury good hair, where you can wear it for years with great maintenance. You can have your good hair, all my hair, for years. And so I don't mind when people say, oh, my hair is expensive. The people who value it understand that it is not expensive, because it is like you're buying someone's hair, and it can't be cheap. And I've just explained to you what goes into it.
Yes, you have.
If you think about
all, changed my mindset.
Yes. So think about it. If you're buying cheap hair every 2-3 months, and you put that money together and you buy one Oh My Hair, all you need to do is just be coming to the salon. You'll see how much good use you make of just one piece of hair that you sacrificed about 10 pieces of hair to buy. It will last you years with great maintenance. Just come to the salon, change it. I want it straight today. I want to curl it today. I want to hold it in a bun today, and it looks different all the time. And so I hope I've answered your question. I hope you get to experience and buy quality hair from Oh My. Don't forget to buy from Oh My Hair. And then you thank me later.
We will.
You will stop buying cheap hair.
But why the name Oh My Hair?
What do you think about Oh My Hair? Oh My Hair is quite catchy.
It is.
Yes, and it was a name that I came up with my best friend at the time.
Okay.
We wanted something that is catchy and is fun. And I didn't want a business name attached to my name, because like I said, at the time I was quite popular, and then all the hair vendors were hair by this, hair by that, hair by this. I didn't want that. I wanted something that will make me stand out. And so I went on Google, good old Google, and I saw Oh My Goodness.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, oh my goodness, why not Oh My Hair?
Oh.
And then my friend was like, yeah, Oh My Hair, Oh My Hair. And then we're like, yeah, that's the name, Oh My Hair. And then yeah, it's become a household name. You know, when my sister's on TV and then she just shouts, and my hair is bad, everybody screams, "Oh, my hair!" It's just so refreshing to me.
Okay. All right. So now let's take a look at the third and final question.
Thank God.
My name is Angela Abochi, a level 300 student of political science. I'd like to know, what makes you cry?
When was the last time you shed tears?
Wait, I cried recently. What was it? My daughter makes me cry. When she's sick, I cry. Yeah, I know I'm not supposed to, but when she's sick, I cry. My workers make me cry. They stress me a lot. I hope they can hear me as I speak.
I love it.
Yeah, my workers stress me. My business, sometimes things don't go how you want it to go. I mean, with COVID, I ordered hair and lots of hair. I can't mention the price. And it came and it was all bad hair. I cried like a baby. Ugh, I cried. But yeah, that's what makes me cry. Number one is my daughter, and I don't like it when she's sick. And so when she's sick, I cry. My business, and then yeah, that's all.
Okay. All right. So you've answered all our questions.
Yes.
We have a last segment. Can you guess what is coming up next?
Gifts.
You like money, so now you like this.
Of course. What else?
Okay.
We've done everything. I've said everything. So I think the next, it should either be gifts or money or a party or my own show.
It's none of them. 0 over 10.
Wow.
I'm going to give you a task to perform. I'm going to take you back to school.
What? What? School.
I'm going to give you a task to perform. So I get to be your teacher.
Okay.
And when you fill my task, I get to raise. I have 2 cards here. So when you fill my task, I get to raise the red one. When you pass, I'm definitely raising the green one.
Okay, and what do I get a present if I pass?
I don't think so, but when you fill, I must get a present.
That's
It's
not
fair.
fair. No.
But do you have fun at all? Looking at how busy you are.
I used to have fun a lot, but now I don't.
Okay.
Now it's all about my business.
Okay.
And yeah, I think I've had some fun in the past. Back in uni, I had lots of fun. I was going out every day, Monday to Sunday. And yeah, even after my daughter, I think December period, I was always so busy going out. But now there's no time because Christmas period, I believe, is when it's best to go out, and we don't leave here till 1 a.m., 12 a.m. I mean, you don't want to go out at that time when you have to be at work again at 9 a.m. So fun for me now will be dinner, just dinner with some friends.
Okay.
By 9 p.m. we're done, we're gone home. So yeah, that's what I consider fun.
All right. So we'll take a quick break again, and then we come with the last part. All right. So this is still the Career Show on Joy Learning TV. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
The Career Trail. Your success journey begins here.
Welcome back from the break. You are still watching the Career Show on JoyNews and Joy Learning TV. This is the last part of the program. In fact, that is my favorite because I get to have fun with my guest. I get to give her or him, today it's a she, so I'm going to give her a task to perform. And I'm going to rate whether she passed or failed my task. Do you think you're going to pass?
Of course, I'm a very, very competitive person.
Oh, okay. So you can select one of the tasks from this.
How many do I get to select? Just one?
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Can I open it?
Yes, you can.
Can I change my mind?
No.
Oh.
Like you were forced to go to a worker. You can't change your mind. When you went and you didn't meet the pool, you're doing the same thing here. Did you like your task?
Well, it's not bad. It says, construct a complete and meaningful sentence using the letters of Ghana.
Okay, so are you ready?
Yes, give me a second. Let me form my sentence in my head.
So I think I should time you. I should give you like 30 seconds.
Oh, okay, time me.
You've already got in there.
Okay. Construct a complete and meaningful sentence using the letters of Ghana. Okay. Ghana has amazing natural, no, not resources, amenities.
Let's take that again.
Okay. Ghana has amazing natural amenities.
Okay, tell us.
Let me not say that too loud.
Okay, tell us. Amenities. So this one, should I pass you? I should feel you.
You have to pass me. Come on. It's just not a great sentence.
Is it meaningful?
Yeah. Natural. Just take the resources.
We have natural amenities. First time I'm hearing it.
Okay, wait. I'll take that again. Sorry.
Okay.
Take it again.
Okay, let's take it again.
Ghana has and oh god, what's another word? Help me out. Come on. Can you do this if I give it to you?
I can.
Okay.
So if I help you out, what are you going to give me? Let's try it again.
Yes.
Okay.
Give me one last chance. Okay. But come on, my sentence is very meaningful. It's just the A.
But you want to start with Ghana?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I could, but wow.
Time up.
No.
I'm being
You
fair.
didn't time it. You can start now.
Okay, so I'm counting 1 to 10.
Okay.
1.
No, you're distracting me. Say it in your head. Oh my goodness. My head is empty.
9, 10.
How about 9, 10? How about
1 to 10? How about God has already appointed? God has already. Hey, God has appointed Nkrumah already. How about that?
You're cheating.
I passed.
Because you already knew what was on the page.
No. Anyways, I'm going to give it to you.
Oh, thank you. I think I did a fantastic job. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. You're wrapping up.
Okay.
What advice can you share with young people like myself watching you? So now you're speaking to your camera.
Okay. I would say remember to be true to yourself. Never stop learning. Find your niche. Be passionate about what you do. Don't give up on yourself. Be very confident. Self-confidence helps a lot. You have to be able to be confident in yourself to be able to do things, to be able to be a high-value woman and able to achieve a lot. You have to be very confident, and being confident starts with yourself. You have to look good and feel good to be able to be confident, to be able to conquer the world. And so let's not try to be mediocre. Let's strive for greatness. And you have to learn to be able to be great. And you don't only learn in the classroom. Sometimes get a mentor. Find a mentor that you can learn under, because sometimes, or most times, you do very well with experience. And so as you're learning, also find someone that will mentor you, that will teach you, that you can learn from. Because you have to be a follower to be able to be a leader. You can never be a leader on your own. You have to learn from somebody. And so let's strive for greatness. Be true to yourself. Be confident. And Respect yourself and respect others, so that all the good things in life comes to you. And remember to pray and stay beautiful.
Wow. Thank you so much for having this time for us. I know you're a very busy person.
I am.
But because of the love you have for us, you agreed to speak to us. Yes. We have learned a lot. Personally, I have learned one thing. You made mistakes, but one thing I took from your story is that whenever you made a mistake, you always learned from it and made a better decision.
Yes.
And I believe that has contributed to who you are today.
Right.
So we are so grateful for having shared your story with us.
I'm so pleased. I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much for choosing me.
Okay. This has been the Career Trail with Mami Gyamfua Yeboah, the CEO of Oh My Hair. Next week, we have another amazing personality coming up. Stay tuned. My name is Irene Edubia-Anim.
The Career Trail, your success journey begins here. The Career Trail, your success journey begins here.